All passengers please proceed to gate number 17.
20 years of cooperation between the CFMU and the EEC. 1992 to 1996, the time of the pioneers. During the late 1980s, flight delays became a live public issue, with headline stories of people stranded at airports, sometimes overnight, while they waited for their flights. On 20th of October 1988, transport ministers of the European Civil Aviation Conference, MATSI-1, decide to create a Europe-wide centralised air traffic flow management service.
We had very good people. They were drawn all over EUROCONTROL in the beginning, and that was I think that was in '89. At that time, Director Operations, which was Wolfgang Philipp, put together a team with really bright people from all units of EUROCONTROL. I was at that time in Bretigny, and some of my staff were drawn to Brussels in order to contribute to the CFMU.
In July 1992, Dirk Deutschever and Georges Maignan, director of the EUROCONTROL Experimental Centre, launch air traffic flow management research activities in Bretigny-sur-Orge. The objective is to support the building up of the CFMU and to validate new flow management concepts, which requires the development of a simulation capability. In 1993, the first ATFM simulator is developed at the EEC. From February 1994, the EEC faces a challenging task: prove that the CFMU departure slot allocation will deliver equity amongst aircraft operators and minimise delays at European network level. Hundreds of simulations are performed by the EEC to prepare a smooth transition to operations. On 28th of March 1996, the CFMU becomes fully responsible for the entire range of air traffic flow management services in Europe. 1996 to 2001, optimizing CFMU operations. In 1996, research units are established at the Experimental Centre to support CFMU operations and to investigate alternative flow management strategies. An annual rolling programme of ATFM studies is defined and co-financed by the CFMU and the EEC. The yearly number of studies performed by the EEC grows rapidly, involving many experts. In 1997, the EEC develops the FAT methodology to respond to capacity planning and analysis needs. Year after year, the methodology is used by the EEC experts to identify geographical and functional causes for delays in Europe and to evaluate capacity plans for a time horizon of up to 10 years. From 1998, the EEC develops a simulator COSAC to run pre-tactical simulations and assess future ATFM concepts. EEC experts support the weekly teleconferences of the CFMU Network Management Cell with simulations and scenario definition. The CFMU is a mission-critical system operating 24/7. To respond to service disruption, the EEC develops seasonal contingency plans. New emerging concepts or technologies are also investigated. Between 1999 and 2003, the Project CFMU Internet application sets the foundation for today's NOT portal and business-to-business web services. The first investigations conducted with the projects CFPS and FASTER identify potential applications for the concept of collaborative decision-making. From 1999, CDM developments become an important research activity and a key building block for the future network manager. The CFMU starts delivering performance improvements, but fundamental questions remain. Is CASA the best flow management approach? What is the impact on performance of the equity per flight principle? The EEC launches several studies to answer these questions. The studies ISA and ASAP show that allocation of relative priorities to flights is possible and that CASA is an excellent compromise between performance objectives. The EEC develops CARAT to support the maintenance of the route catalogue and to provide the CFMU with a rerouting tool to decrease the delays of the most penalised flights. The ICO study is launched to improve the CFMU's capability to maximise air traffic control centres capacity according to traffic demand. 2001 to 2006, from CFMU research to European ATFM research. In September 2000, Philippe Jacquard from the French Civil Aviation Authority delivers an independent study for the improvement of air traffic flow management in Europe. Capacity management, collaborative decision-making, and real-time flexibility for local stakeholders are essential. From 2001, the CFMU and the EEC decide to extend the range of research activities based on the conclusions of the independent study. The EEC actively supports the performance assessment of ETFMS, collecting and distributing real-time update messages of the air traffic situation. To improve the capacity planning, the EEC develops new tools such as NEVAC. In 2002, the development of a new concept is launched based on the idea of complementing the traditional flow management approach with a series of new measures. To minimise the impact on traffic, the measures are applied in a reactive manner to a limited number of carefully selected flights through the collaboration between traffic managers. In 2003, the European Commission sponsors the project CAMES to validate the FAM concept. The concept is a paradigm shift and the precursor of STAM, short-term ATFM measures, that will be deployed in the near future. In 2003, EEC research is at a turning point. Support to the Air Traffic Flow and Capacity Management Strategic Action Plan, ATM 2000+, and to the Single European Sky Initiative of the European Commission becomes the main objective. From 2005, EEC activities are refocused to research projects of the European Commission's framework programs. CESAR, Shaping the Future. By the end of 2006, activities are reorientated to prepare the CESAR concept validation. Between 2007 and 2008, the EEC takes a lead of the contribution on ATFCM aspects in the CESAR definition phase. Between 2010 and 2016, cooperation with the network manager is strengthened for the first CESAR development phase. Research projects related to network operations are led by EEC experts in close cooperation with operational and technical NM experts, closing the gap between R&D and operations. The EEC validation infrastructure is extended with the development of the Network Manager Validation Platform, NMVP, from a copy of the operational system. Since 1992, hundreds of research studies have been successfully completed by the EUROCONTROL Experimental Centre. Experts of ATM and NM directorates are working hand in hand to define the second CESAR development phase, CESAR 2020.